If someone came up to you and confided that she had always depended on the kindness of strangers, chances are you would think of A Streetcar Named Desire. Or if you overheard a large man asking his companion, "Tell me about the rabbits, George," you would know you'd met Lenny in Of Mice and Men. With love and admiration, we present the past 40 years of Tony Award-winning plays.
Small my nose. Know that I glory in this nose of mine, for a great nose indicates a great man.
This is Ensign Pulver. Captain, I just threw your palm tree overboard. Now what's all that crap about no movie tonight?
He is not to be allowed to fall into his grave like an old dog. Attention. Attention must finally be paid to such a man.
I want to be cured of a craving for something I cannot find, and of a shame for never finding it. Can you cure me?
To me, the bed was beautiful, like religion. Now I lie on it with dreams, with memories only, but it is still beautiful to me.
I wanted to leave a message for the new young couple. I wanted to tell them how happy we'd been and that it was a very good bed. I mean, it's had a very nice history, and that marriage is a good thing.
I counted myself plain. So poorly made, no honest love could come to me. Suspicion kissed him when I did. I never knew how to say my love. It were a cold house I kept.
History of Okinawa revealed distinguished record of conquerors. We have honored to be subjugated in 14th century by Chinese pirates, in 16th century by English missionaries, in 18th century by Japanese warlords, and in 20th century by American Marines. Okinawa, very fortunate. Culture brought to us, not have to leave home for it.
Did you ever look into the eyes of one of those crazy kids? That's why I'm going to get him before he gets me.
In spite of everything, I still believe that people are really good at heart.
That damned play that I bought for a song and made such a great success in, a great money success in, ruined me. I lost a great talent that I once had through years of easy repetition, never learning a new part, never really working hard.
Louis Howe told me when I was in the hospital that I had two choices. I could lie on my back and be a country squire and write books, or I could get up and become President of the United States.
I can bear anything a man can bear, if I can be one.
Water. W-A-T-E-R. Water. It has a name. Mrs. Keller. Mrs. Keller. She knows.
It has pleased you to make me an archbishop, and to set me like a solitary pawn face to face with the king. Your will be done.
I am the king. Will no one rid me of him?
A priest.
I say none harm, I think none harm. And if that be not enough to keep a man alive, then in good faith, I long not to live.
There was only one man who ever made me happy. It was George, my husband. who made the hideous, the hurtful, the insulting mistake of loving me and must be punished for it. Oh, it's so sad, sad, sad.
I cannot and will not recant. Here I stand. God help me. I can do no more. Amen.
When I left this house, I blamed him for everything that was wrong here. When I came home, I blamed you. Now I suspect that no one's to blame. Not even me.
Please watch these barbarous displays calmly. The men of that time were primitive. We're more civilized.
You know something? It's not a bad idea to have a woman in the house. Maybe we should keep her.
Dying is not romantic. It's the absence of presence, nothing more. The endless time of never coming back. A gap you can't see. And when the wind blows through it, it makes no sound.
I've been it. All that champ jive been beat clear out of me. Well, that belt of yours ain't nothing but hardware. Wouldn't even hold up my pants. Knock me for 10 and take it. I'd be much obliged.
Does the prisoner have anything to say before sentence is passed? He does. He's been working on the bloody speech for a month.
You are a young man, dressed as a clown, about to be murdered. Put the mask on, Milo.
I'd kill myself if I were you, Dave. You're in too much misery. I'd cut my wrists. Honestly speaking, brother to brother, you should have done it a long time ago.
You're a thing of rare beauty, boys. 10 seconds left on the clock. We were down by 1 point, remember?
I am the river Niger, transplanted to Harlem. I see no, I hear no, I speak no evil, but I know.
All right, he's sick. He's full of misery and fear. But that boy has known a passion more ferocious than I have felt in any second of my life. And let me tell you something. I envy it.
I dreamed about James Joyce, and I flung at him. What did you do in the Great War? I wrote Ulysses, he said. What did you do? Bloody nerve.
People don't want to let go, do they? They think it's a mistake. They think it's supposed to last forever. No matter who you are, no matter what you are, no matter anything, you're going to die.
In 70 years, the one surviving fragment of my knowledge, the only indisputable poor particle of certainty in my entire life, is that in a public house lavatory, incoming traffic has the right of way.
I have to sleep sitting up. Too heavy to lay down my head, but to sleep alone, that is the worst of all.
Until you let me be an individual, an I, just as you are, you will never truly be able to come inside my silence and know me. And until you can do that, I will never let myself know you. Until that time, we cannot be joined. We cannot share a relationship.
Dimly, the music sounded from the salon above. I was suddenly frightened, for it seemed to me I had heard a voice of God, and it issued from a creature whose own voice I had also heard, and it was the voice of an obscene child.
There once
live in the sequestered part of the county of Devonshire. A mother and a daughter.
And a son.
Who recently bereaved were forced to journey up to London.
We have learned nothing in our journeying so strongly as we've learned what happens to the kindest, the noblest, the gentlest of people when their souls are tainted by the touch of money.
Mother and I never talked much, but when we did, we kept things on an honest level. I mean, I told her I was gay when I was 13.
I'd rather be an idiot. It's the kind of idiocy I like. No trick loving somebody at their best. Love's loving them at their worst.
When she smiled at me, I had tiny little heart attacks. Not enough to kill you, just enough to keep you from walking straight.
The theater, dedicated to the purpose that within its walls may be celebrated with gaiety, with pity, and with truth, the divine pageants of the human soul. How very rich we are.